What you're about to see are some of the best modern examples of how NBA teams use the dunker spot to create advantages in today's game. Let's start with the basics. The dunker spot is that area along the baseline just outside the paint, a few feet off the block. It's a subtle but powerful space on the court. Players who occupy it aren't standing still. They're reading the floor, watching the ball, and waiting to exploit help rotations. The dunker spot is one of the most overlooked yet strategically significant spacing concepts in NBA offenses, especially in 2025, where the pace and space era has matured into a read and react, mismatch exploitation era. Here's a high-level deep dive into what the dunker spot is, why it's still being used, and how modern NBA teams are extracting value from it, backed by insights, trends, and tactics. The dunker spot forces defenders to defend vertically, not just laterally. Instead of collapsing in from the perimeter, now they have to worry about someone already behind them. Spacing isn't just about the three-point line, it's about stretching the defense in every direction, side to side and up and down. The dunker spot brings vertical pressure, and that's why it still matters even in 2025. The dunker is not just a hiding spot, it is a space that creates indecision for the defense too, a place that rewards timing and feel. In many ways, it's basketball's version of the short game, quiet but essential. In the modern NBA, where defenders are trained to help from the nail and tag rollers, the dunker spot changes those help responsibilities. It adds another layer that complicates rotations. Some teams are now using bigger guards in the dunker spot to take advantage of smaller defenders. That allows teams to flip the matchup game and create post-up or offensive rebound opportunities without calling a set play. You'll also notice how these players aren't just standing around, they're ducking in, cutting behind help, timing their seals. It's not a static position, it's dynamic, reactive, and tightly connected to the ball. Pay attention to the choices the defense has to make. Who are they helping off? Can they tag the roller and still recover to the dunker? Is the low man pulled out of position? Are they giving up second chances at the rim? This is what high-level offensive basketball looks like. Every inch of the floor used, every cut and rotation punished, and the dunker spot sitting right in the heart of the chaos, quietly tipping the scale in favor of the offense. NBA teams continue to utilize the dunker spot because it remains an essential tool for offensive spacing and efficiency. One of its primary benefits is solving the spacing problem posed by non-shooters. When a player without a reliable three-point shot stands on the perimeter, defenses can aggressively help off them, shrinking driving lanes and disrupting offensive flow. By positioning a non-shooting big or guard in the dunker spot, teams minimize help angles, reduce nail help, and force defenders into vertical decision-making, where they must account for both a lob threat and dump-offs near the rim. Beyond spacing, the dunker spot distorts defensive help and rotations. Players positioned there pin defenders deep to the baseline, which manipulates their responsibilities. In spread pick and roll situations, for example, the low defender tagging the roll is occupied by the dunker spot player, creating dilemmas where defenses must either rotate up to stop the roll or risk giving up an easy baseline pass. This effect becomes even more pronounced in empty side pick and roll actions, where the absence of a corner shooter forces the low defender into challenging decision making. The roller and the dunker spot player can interchange or stack cut, adding layers of unpredictability that make defensive coverage more difficult. Another key benefit of the dunker spot is the creation of vertical spacing. While modern defenses are adept at stretching horizontally to cover shooters, the dunker spot introduces a vertical dimension by threatening lobs, drop-offs, and putbacks near the basket. Analytics support this strategy, as players stationed in the dunker spot have consistently finished at a higher rate than league averages. Data from Synergy indicates that dunker spot players convert over 68% of cut and dump off finishes, while NBA Second Spectrum tracking has shown that lineups incorporating dunker spot usage see noticeable efficiency improvements in half-court settings. Finally, the dunker spot enhances offensive rebounding opportunities. Players in this position are already deep in the paint, meaning they are ideally positioned for crash and clean rebounding. If a shot goes up and their defender rotates away, they are able to crash the boards uncontested, leading to second chance scoring opportunities. As teams continue to emphasize offensive efficiency, the dunker spot remains an invaluable tool, offering solutions for spacing, defensive manipulation, vertical threats, and rebounding advantages. Whether you're coaching, playing, or analyzing basketball strategy, understanding how to leverage the dunker spot can give you a competitive edge. If you found this breakdown insightful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into basketball strategy. And if you want to see real game examples and advanced analytics behind the dunker spot, check out the links in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.